Very happy to welcome a journalistic colleague and friend, Randall Yip, to the show. He runs AsAmNews, which is the only daily digital news site dedicated to the AAPI community. And they have just been selected by the Library of Congress for historical preservation for the AAPI community and its news. So first of all, Randall, welcome to the show and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Robert. It means a lot for us to be on your show.
Tell me something, for people who don't understand maybe the significance of this. I was quite blown away by it. What does this mean in terms of the Library of Congress designation?
Well, you aren't the only one blown away. When I received the invitation to join this program, I ignored it because I thought it was a scam. And I thought if I clicked on the links, I would end up with all these different viruses. So they had to email me 2 or 3 times before I believed them. And I actually called the Library of Congress and asked, is this real? And I got passed around to like 5 or 6 different people before I found someone that said, yeah, it's real. And I go, whoa, yeah, I want to be part of this. So basically what it means is that you have to meet 2 criteria. Your news site has to be both historically important and culturally important. And apparently we match both criteria. What we were told is that the person who nominated us, who's a librarian who I've never met, so that every time she looked up Asian American news, we came up high in the rankings. She looked at the quality of our content. She looked at the relevance of our content. And she said, yeah, let's get these people on board.
You know, it's almost a little bit like an award when you get selected for an award that you didn't have to apply for or anything like that. It's almost more rewarding than it is when somebody just out of the blue says, we've been watching and you deserve this. So that's in and of itself. You know, that's great by the Library of Congress to do that. When you started AsAmNews, and we had you on in your initial year when you started, the reasons and the circumstances that they're kind of designating you this for, it was always what AsAmNews was supposed to be about anyway, right?
Yeah, well, we were just trying to fill a void. Because as you know, in a daily news cycle, there's so much competition for news. And oftentimes, you know, news about people of color is not of top priority for some news organizations. So basically, we made it a priority and we made it a daily thing. And it was important enough for me to do on a volunteer basis because, as you know, Robert, you know, I was working full time at the time. And was surprised it caught on. I only anticipated maybe a few dozen of my friends would follow me, but none of my friends followed me. It's like they didn't care what I was up to. So these little strangers that are following me and giving me the thumbs up and reacting to what I was posting. And as more and more people became aware of what we were doing, people just started inquiring, hey, how can I help you? And I would say, well, I can't pay you. I'll pay you what I pay myself, which is absolutely nothing. And it didn't seem to bother them. They said, okay, yeah, no, I want to help. So it's incredible. Yeah, it just kind of slowly built up its momentum. It was always something I was doing on the side. It was never something I devoted full time to. It was never something that I intended to ever make money, and we don't make money, but it was just never a priority. It was just something that I thought was important enough for me to do.
You and I, we have known each other throughout the years, and we have a lot of people in common in the community as well. And I think this really is one of those sort of benchmark kind of moments here where we're starting to see what it was that we started out with you with AsAmNews when I started this show, this feeling that what is happening with the community is important to the community, but it's also important for everybody else to see, you know, and it's so interesting to me. It's like, it's the content that makes people understand that it's important. I don't know if they gave it that importance like right off the bat initially, but however we got here, there is definitely more of a focus and more impact from what's happening in the community. And for AsAmNews, for what it does, I think it's one of the big players in terms of making sure that that happens. Not only the communication of the community, but also making sure that what we might call the mainstream community also sees the importance of it. What happens now? Now that the Library of Congress does it mean keep doing what you're doing? Or is there any sort of feeling that you now need to expand or do something different now that you know that this is happening with the Library of Congress?
Well, I guess it puts a little bit more weight on my shoulders because now I know the content that we produce is going to be read 300, 400 years from now. You know, some historian, a researcher, maybe some student might just say, wow, this is what really went happened in the 2000s or the 21st century.
Randall Yip, he is the head of AsAmNews. Look it up, support it. It is a very important part of our community. Randall, congratulations on your achievement, and our congratulations to you and all the other staff and volunteers that help you put on AsAmNews.
Thank you very much, Robert. And I have to commend you as well of Asia Pacific America, because I know this is a passion project for you as well. And I know you have a lot to do in the daily news cycle. And the fact that you find the time to do this for so many years, I think you started about the same time we started. So in a way, our paths are, parallel. And I want to congratulate you as well.
I think that we both have had that sort of same dream, and in a certain way, it's really, really gratifying to not only have that happening, but to have somebody like you have it happen to you. I'm very, very happy about that.
Thank you very much, Robert.
Next up, actress Sharon Shao is here to talk about the play Wait